video is going to be a first impressions review on a pair of Hermes shoes, which I have right here. I do not have a box because I actually didn't buy these in the UK where I live. The shoe we're going to talk about is the Hermes Go Mule. I hope you guys are all well. Just a little disclaimer, not that I need to say this, I'm sure, but I know I did a couple reviews, but I did not buy all these things at once, of course. Put them quite far apart. It's just because I'm just reviewing pieces which I feel like you would like to, and review would be helpful in case you're considering buying these pieces. I'm just interested in the shoes in general. So these are actually my 5th Hermes shoe, but actually my first shoe from Hermes that I got on that and not a sandal. So far I've only purchased Hermes Chypres, quite a few pairs of them actually, and then I have a pair of black Oran sandals. I cannot remember exactly when these caught my eye. Quite probably able to like go back in my phone and probably I saved just them on social media or things like that. I can't remember who I first saw them on. They are getting a little bit more popular now. I know Melissa's wardrobe, I'm sure you all know Melissa's wardrobe has these. She wasn't the first person I saw with these. I didn't know she had them. Some posh Birkenstocks. Actually, they are a lot of black Birkenstocks. Are quite a funny shoe. Obviously, just slip on, have no back to them. I don't know why I became quite fixated on the idea of really wanting them. Whether someone said that, wonder whether they're going to be the next Chypre sandal. So that the Chypre sandals were previously really hard to get. People even said they were even hard to get the Birkin or a Kelly, which I think that's a slight exaggeration. I do believe though that the Chypre sandals are now permanent stock in Hermes. I don't know what exactly that means. I'm no expert in Hermes even. Maybe they would just come out in spring, summer before, and now they're going to be done all year round. So at times it can seem like a lot of things now can be hard to get in Hermes though, in store. I managed to get my Chypre sandals, being quite persistent in stores in London. I've managed to order 2 pairs online before. Maybe they're really easy to get now. With a good trick is to, like, if you're looking for a sandal, try and look for them in the winter just before it gets hot, because when it gets hot, every spring, summer, which is now, everyone will be looking for sandals. I got my black Chypres last year in February for a birthday present. It's freezing in February, no one's thinking of sandals, so that's what it's a good idea to try and look. I'm not on the hunt for Chypres now because I have a couple of pairs of those. So yeah, a lot of people might find it quite a weird shoe, but at the same time obviously it's quite easy to put on and off because you just slip your foot in. It could almost appear like a bit like a slipper. Of course you could argue why didn't you just get a pair of Birkenstocks. I do in fact have Birkenstocks, but I've had them for quite a few years and I just wanted something a bit more elevated. I know I still haven't got the box because I didn't get them in the UK. I got these in Paris when I went at Christmas time. They were my Christmas present to myself, so I obviously got them for a better price. Now I don't take buying things like this lightly. It's a lot of money to me. I obviously save for these purchases, only make a couple of luxury purchases, the big ones a year that I'm lucky enough to make and save up for. But I try and buy my luxury things now when I'm in Europe. Hermes is obviously a French brand. If you buy from the country where the brand is from, it's going to be cheaper there. The example, Burberry is from the UK. Where it is, sort of Burberry should be cheaper to buy it in the UK. If I wanted to buy something at Burberry, I would buy it here, not, for example, in Paris or anywhere else. So you do save quite a bit of my money buying it in Paris. I always check the prices before I go away on the website. I do my research before buying any big purchase like this. I had a couple of things on my wish list potentially wanted to get. I was after the Miu Miu Balance sneakers, wasn't able to get hold of them unfortunately. I do still really want them, but I know it's gonna be possible in the black colourway. But were they hard to get? I've shopped in Hermes before in Paris and I bought a belt there, but I messaged a few people I know that shop in Hermes, like someone on social media, and said which store is best to go to, and they advised me, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, but the Faubourg store, which I think is the biggest one. So I went there. By the way, try and get there early, try and go on a weekday, because these stores are busy, because people are doing their luxury shopping in Paris because the prices are better probably than for a lot of these brands like Hermes, Chanel. Tried it as soon as it opened. Basically, because I have quite big feet, I can actually get either small men's sizes or bigger women's sizes. That's how I managed to get Chypres before. I think I've got some small men's sizes in Chypre sandals, because women's sizes tend to go more quickly. I just went to the women's wear section upstairs. They had a bit of a different system in place compared to when I last visited, and I think I was put straight in with like a virtual queue and I would get a message. So I was with my friend, I said let's go downstairs to the menswear section and get in the queue there. In menswear I was able to get help more or less straight away. They actually then did call me for my women's slot at the same time, so my friend kindly went up there for me and found that there was actually none in stock at all of the Go Mules. Funny name, I wonder why they're called the Go Mules. I wonder how Hermes comes with their names. So on menswear, the SA helped me. I also explained to her that I can take men's sizes, and she bought them in the, I cannot remember the name now in French, but it's like a taupe cutaway, which was nice. But you know, because I'm independent on getting one of these for the price, I really wanted the black pair. You know, go for my style. The taupe cutaway was nice, so I did debate it. She then kindly offered, when I had to look on a store checker, to see if they had any of the other Hermes stores, which is so helpful because there's many Hermes stores. Some SAs will not offer to do this. They will say we can't check the store stock. They definitely can, but I've had Hermes check something in London before. So if they can do that in London, they definitely could do that in Paris, but it's whether they want to. They don't really need to drum up business in Hermes. They're always getting business. Okay. When I said I wanted a black pair, I said I love them, thank you so much, but I would like a black pair. She offered to check in another store. Was it a George store? I can't remember. Had a pair in black. We had it straight there. Arrived at the store. Don't be surprised if you go to Hermes and they say they don't have what you want. But they don't recognise you're not a regular customer. But to be fair, it's because they don't have any ladies wear, because they see me, they think, okay, she wants a lady's size. So when I said actually I can wear men's size, they looked and then they did have a pair. They then brought them to me. I tried them as I was able to make the purchase. A few little tips of how you could get what you want if you're just looking for shoes, accessories. Obviously bags a different story. You've got to go through the whole lot and things like that. Okay, so let's talk price now. I paid 770 euros for these, which is £642. And that's now compare if I go on the UK website. Now, has Hermes had a price increase? That was another thing I'd heard. Probably watched some videos and I heard that they were having a price increase. So I was imminently at the time, so I was like, sorry, I had a hair on my face. I was like, I want these before the price goes up, of course, or expensive enough as it is. And on the UK website now, they are £770. So that is quite a big difference to me. I don't know if they were a bit cheaper before. I got these back in January, whether the prices have gone up. That is £128. I hope that maths is right. More expensive, that's quite a lot of money. You actually can do something with £128. And Chypre sandals are now apparently £760 just for the basic leather pair. So I just wanted to compare the price. So they're similar in price basically. We definitely put the price at these luxury brands every year because I did not pay that for my Chypre sandals. Because I've had them for a couple of years now. Again with Hermes shoes, a lot of money obviously, but when you compare to Chanel, Hermes' shoes are actually more reasonably priced. And I'm sure the quality matches it, or if not, could be better. It's probably better, a lot of people would argue. At this moment as I'm filming the video, there are some Chypre sandals in stock. I can obviously get these shoes online, but the problem is people don't like to because people want to shop with their SA in store. And it's in store that you can struggle with stock. And it's a bit like, what do you do? But next I want to talk a bit about sizing and things like that and comfort. Now, size, it doesn't matter what size you are. I think I've realised this before. I can't see the shoe size on Hermes shoes, on the actual shoe. Unless you can, and I didn't know how to tell. This is a black shoe, so I thought maybe I can't see inside, but I shined my light in there. I can't see the size. I can't remember what size I got. I do realise, because before I was like happy to get menswear. I said just whether I can get my size in Hermes shoes, as I mentioned before, but I was like, oh, well, there's no difference, just the bigger size in. But now I actually do feel like this bit, I haven't even showed the shoe design, by the way, so these are suede. Hence why I didn't want to get lighter colours, because it would show more damage if I did ever wear them in rain. And then you have, can you see really subtle? You have the H there. You quite easily see in the camera. And now I do feel like this shoe itself is a lot more wider because it's menswear than it would be across menswear than it would be across and women's wear. They are quite wide. When it comes to comfort, I can't remember who said this. I've heard this. They said this shoe was uncomfortable. I knew it before I got them. I was like, how could it be uncomfortable? Like, it's like a Birkenstock type of thing, but obviously it's, you presume, better quality material than Birkenstock because of the price. Then I obviously then saw Melissa had them before I got them, and I thought, well, and she also bought a second pair, so I thought, how could they not be comfortable if she's wearing them? Like, she was wearing them quite a lot. Sometimes shoes need breaking in, obviously. So I would really debate on whether I wanted to get them or not. I can say that I wore them more or less not long after getting them. And I ended up walking for longer than expected, and I can't lie, they were feeling a bit uncomfortable. If I look back, I thought, I would always try and break into any shoe. I think they're probably they're like heavier than a Birkenstock to be a lot to like have on just the front of your foot, because obviously there's no back to it. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't worn them a great deal yet. They're fine if you wear them for a short while, but I'm fine initially when I first put them on. It's just if you wear them for a long time walking. If I was off on a walk all day long, I wouldn't go for this shit. Breaking, hopefully they do ease up. I'm kind of imagining, you know, a shirt, some jeans, this double denim looks, and this just add a cute look. I still would wear them in cold and just put like a cashmere sock on them with them. Like if you have a regular SA in Hermes, have a chat with them and see what they say, whether customers have, you know, told them about whether they're comfortable or not. Seen like dupes of these, which is funny enough, in some high street stores. So that's really interesting because brands tend to dupe items that are popular or going to be popular. Not just Birkenstocks, like dupes of like this type of style, exact style dupe, but just without the H. But one thing I will say is that I have to promise myself this, that I haven't made many Hermes purchases, but I've made a few, but this is going to be my last Hermes purchase I make without having an SA, because if one day I do want to get a bag, I'm talking about a quota bag, you know, a Kelly or a Birkin. I've made a few purchases now and none of it is with a regular SA. I've only bought one thing in London before and it wasn't a great experience, but I find it quite hectic in Paris, like not enough time to build a relationship with an SA. I was only there for like a few days because it is so close to the UK, so I'm not there regularly. But I don't want to buy anything else. When I spoke to a few people that shop, like to buy things in Hermes, if I mention I buy stuff online, people are like, that's just not counting, like why are you doing that? It's silly because if you want something and it's on stock online, you would obviously always buy it, but the whole thing with Hermes, I may not ever be able to buy a bag, get offered one, but I'd still rather build the relationship if I am spending money. Basically, I'm saying I'm not going to buy anything. I hope to find a good SA. If you have any tips on finding an SA, then let me know, or let me know you have a nice one that wants to have another client. Not that I'm going to be buying a great deal from there at the moment, but I just want to share a few things, a couple bits that are on my wish list. There's a ring. I'll put a picture of the ring on the screen. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. Thinking I definitely need to work on more jewelry this year, but it just costs a lot of money. But it is, I understand this is a piece of costume, piece of jewelry, but I think I'm doing one, like I've got one silver ring here and a gold ring here, so I think I'm doing one silver hand, one gold hand. That could be quite cool because silver is obviously a lot more affordable. So okay, let me say the name of things properly. So it's called the Chain d'Ancre a ring. I feel like they probably had a price increase because I felt when I looked it was less. I don't know the proper name, but the technical reversible, the H belt. I actually barely wear that, which is really bad. I got that in Paris a couple of years ago now. I feel like logo stuff is more, it's been less what I lean towards. But then again, it doesn't literally say Hermes, it just says H on there, so some people wouldn't even notice. My name is Hannah, so that's my initial anyway. I feel like in hindsight, if I go back in time, I would go for the Kelly belt. I would wear a lot more of that. So I actually want to get a Kelly belt is what I'm trying to say. But I feel like that's hard to get in, like, you know, I'd want to get in like the black. Is it reversible? I think it might be reversible. My goodness, I wish I got that all those years ago because it's £990. That is a lot of money for a very skinny belt. Like way more even than the shoes. So I definitely want to get that hopefully this year because the next year the price is going to be over £1,000. It practically is. But that's the price it is in the UK. So again, I will try and get that when I'm on holiday somewhere so I can get it for a better price because £990 is just painful. I've never spent anywhere near that much on a belt. And my last thing I want to get is I want to get an Hermes bag. I'm not talking about a quota bag. I'm talking about I would like to get an Evelyn, like a mini Evelyn. I think is so cute and I love a crossbody bag for security. I even be interested in her bag. I know some people say it's a poor man's Kelly. Well, I don't have a Kelly, so I wouldn't mind getting a her bag. I'd even be open to get a vintage one. I'm just a few bags now. The Pickettines people were saying were getting incredibly hard to get. But I would like to get, it's with my first Hermes bag, but a non-quota bag. See if I can have any luck of even getting that. So those are the few bits on my wishes. I don't think I'll be getting any Hermes shoes for a long time, as I'm really on my wish list now. Especially because I watch content people go into the sample sales, and I feel like I'm not in a rush to get them. Get a pair of loafers maybe in a sample sale. I like the Hermes, is it jumping boots? But again, what bothers me is the fact that I think they only do that in Silver Harbour, and I'm a gold girly when it comes to hardware, and they're super expensive as well. And I would probably just try and get them pre-loved because they are super expensive, I feel like, for shoes to me. I don't think I'll be getting any shoes for a while from Hermes. That was my review on the Hermès Go Mules. Let me know what you guys think of these shoes. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and watch my review of the St. Laurent loafers, which is another shoe I added to my wardrobe recently.